Hey friends, today we're diving into one of the most talked about books in the world, The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. And trust me, don't make the mistake of taking this book lightly, because over the years it has completely transformed millions of lives across the world. Now, think about this for a second. Have you ever wondered why a very small percentage of people seem to control most of the wealth in the world? Do you think that's just luck or coincidence? No, it's not. The truth is, they know something that most people don't. They know a secret. And the same secret is what you're about to discover today. The author of this book, Rhonda Byrne, once shared something deeply personal. About a year before creating this book, her life had completely fallen apart. Nothing was working, she felt lost, unhappy, and broken. Her father had passed away suddenly, and her relationships with colleagues and loved ones were falling apart. It reached a point where she almost gave up on life itself. But then, something unexpected happened. She stumbled upon a powerful mystery, just a glimpse of it, and that one moment changed her life forever. After that, she became obsessed. She started searching for this mystery everywhere, especially in history. And what she discovered shocked her. This wasn't something new. Some of the greatest minds in history already knew about it. People like Gautam Buddha, Jesus Christ, Plato, Shakespeare, Newton, Beethoven, Lincoln, Emerson, Edison, Einstein, and the list just keeps going. That's when a question hit her. If this secret is so powerful, then why doesn't everyone know about it? And right there, a fire ignited within her, a deep desire to share this secret with the entire world. And that desire became this book, The Secret. Now, here's the exciting part. This book reveals a powerful idea that can fill your life with love, happiness, and purpose. It talks about a force that can help you design your dream life, your ideal home, your perfect partner, your dream career. It teaches you how to attract what you truly want. Not just that, many people believe it has even helped them overcome deep struggles like chronic pain, depression, and serious challenges in life. It's about understanding how to do what you want, become who you want, and have what you truly desire. There are people who claim they've used this principle to build massive success, earn huge amounts of money, and completely transform their lives. And here's the real question. If they can do it, why can't you? This secret has the potential to give you everything you've been searching for. But how does it actually work? That's exactly what we're going to explore step by step in this video. We'll break it down in a simple way so you can truly understand it and maybe even start applying it in your own life. So if you're someone who genuinely wants to change your life, to become a version of yourself you've never been before, then don't skip a single second of this video. And if you're new here, make sure to hit subscribe because this journey is just getting started. All right, let's begin. Chapter 1, The Secret Revealed. There's a powerful truth that promises something most people spend their entire lives chasing: the ability to create happiness, build wealth, and experience true health. It suggests that you can have anything you truly desire, become whoever you choose to be, and achieve goals no matter how big they seem. This isn't a new idea either. It's been quietly shared for centuries. Great minds like William Shakespeare, Robert Browning, and William Blake hinted at it through their words, while composers like Ludwig van Beethoven expressed it through music. Visionaries like Leonardo da Vinci understood it, and philosophers such as Socrates, Plato, Ralph Waldo Emerson, Pythagoras, Sir Francis Bacon, Sir Isaac Newton, Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, and Victor Hugo all carried this wisdom in their work, which is exactly why their influence still lives on today. This same truth can be found woven into the core of major religions, including Hinduism, Buddhism, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. It shows up in ancient writings from civilizations like Babylon and Egypt, and it has been passed down through generations in many different forms. In fact, there's evidence suggesting it was even carved into stone as far back as 3000 BC. While many people have come across this knowledge, only a few truly understood it, and even fewer learned how to use it intentionally. So, what is this secret? It may sound surprising, but the answer is simple. Every single one of us is operating with the same unlimited power, guided by the same universal rules. It doesn't matter where you live – India, Australia, New Zealand, Stockholm, London, Toronto, Montreal, New York – we are all playing by the same invisible laws. And the name of this law is the law of attraction. That's the secret. Now, what exactly is the law of attraction? And how does it work? Here's where things get interesting. Everything that shows up in your life, whether it feels positive or negative, is being drawn to you by your own thoughts. That means even the things you don't want are often being invited in by the patterns running through your mind. Every thought you think carries energy. It's not just an idea, it's a force. And the law of attraction responds to that force by turning those thoughts into reality. Think about people who seem to naturally attract wealth. Whether they realize it or not, they consistently focus on abundance. They don't let doubt or fear take over their thinking. Their minds are dominated by thoughts of prosperity, success, and opportunity. That consistent focus becomes a magnet, pulling those experiences into their lives. This is the law in action. Like attracts like. You too are a powerful magnet. In fact, your mind holds a magnetic force stronger than anything you can physically see, and it's activated entirely by your thoughts. The law of attraction works on a simple principle. Similar energies attract each other. So when you think a certain thought, you begin to attract more thoughts just like it. You've probably noticed this in your own life. Maybe you start thinking about something negative, and suddenly your mind begins stacking more negative thoughts on top of it. One worry leads to another, then another, until it feels overwhelming. Within minutes, your entire mood shifts, and the situation feels worse than it actually is. That's the law of attraction responding instantly, pulling in more of what matches your current focus. That's why it's so important to be aware of what you're thinking. Your job is not to focus on what you don't want, but to clearly focus on what you do want. The truth is, you become what you think about most. Whatever occupies your mind the most will eventually show up in your life. Your current reality is a reflection of your past thinking. Every good thing you have, and even the things you wish were different, came from the thoughts you consistently held. If you look closely at any area of your life, you can trace it back to the kind of thinking that created it. But now that you understand this secret, everything can change. If you can clearly see something in your mind, you can bring it into your life. When you focus on what you want and make it your dominant thought, it begins to take shape in your reality. So why isn't everyone living their dream life? The answer is simple. Most people spend their time thinking about what they don't want. They give their attention, energy, and focus to problems, fears, and limitations. The moment you shift your attention from what you don't want to what you do want, everything starts to change. That shift alone can create powerful transformations. This entire principle can be summed up in 5 simple words. Thoughts become things. Let that sink in. Your thoughts are not just passing ideas, they are the blueprint of your life. If you want to change your life, you must start by changing your thoughts. Imagine the life you truly want to live. See it, feel it, believe it, and you will begin to attract it. This law works every single time, for every single person. It doesn't pick sides. It doesn't judge. It simply responds to whatever you consistently think about, whether it's positive or negative. Even when you're asleep, this law continues to operate based on the last thoughts you had before drifting off. That's why it's so important to end your day with positive, empowering thoughts. Because whatever you focus on the most, whatever you repeatedly think about, will eventually manifest in your life. So here's the truth, plain and simple. The law of attraction is always giving you exactly what you're thinking about. That's it. End of the matter. Chapter 2. Making the Secret Simple. We live in a universe that runs on laws you can't break, laws like gravity. If someone steps off a building, it doesn't matter if they're kind or cruel, they're going to hit the ground, because that's how the law works. In the same way, the law of attraction operates with that same level of certainty. It's just as neutral, just as consistent, and just as reliable as gravity. It never plays favorites, and it never makes mistakes. What you think and what you feel are constantly shaping your life. That's not new. It's always been happening, and it always will. When you begin to understand and apply this principle, life can start to feel completely different. Up until now, you might have believed that life is hard, full of struggle, and because of that belief, that's exactly what you've been experiencing. But here's where things shift. Right now, you can choose a new message. Say it out loud if you want. Say that life is easy, life is good, and that everything you desire is already on its way to you. And when you start speaking like that, truly feeling it, things begin to change in ways that feel almost unbelievable. Just like gravity never suddenly fails and sends things floating for no reason, the law of attraction doesn't slip up either. You've never seen pigs flying because gravity forgot to do its job for a moment. In the same way, nothing shows up in your life by accident. If something is there, it's because over time, your thoughts have been pulling it toward you. This law is precise. Every experience, every situation, every outcome has been influenced by the patterns of your thinking, even the ones that make you uncomfortable or unhappy. And yes, that part can be hard to accept. It's natural to push back and say, I didn't attract that problem. I didn't choose that struggle. I didn't ask for that pain. But the truth is, on some level, through repeated focus or emotion, those things were drawn in. It's not an easy idea to wrap your head around, but once you truly accept it, it has the power to completely transform your life. Chapter 3. How to use the secret. There are 3 simple steps to getting what you want, and everything begins with the first step, asking. You have to clearly tell the universe what you want. Think of it like placing an order. What is it that you truly desire? Sit down, take a moment, and write it out. Put it on paper in the present tense, as if it's already yours. You can start with something like, I am so happy and grateful right now because, and then go into detail about how you want each part of your life to look. Clarity is everything here. You get to choose what you want, but you have to be specific. If you're unsure or sending mixed signals, you'll end up with mixed results. The law of attraction responds to clear direction, so it's your responsibility to know what you truly want. Asking is the starting point of creation, so make it a habit. And if you ever feel stuck or unsure about which direction to take, ask for guidance. You don't have to struggle through life blindly. You can simply ask. The second step is to believe. You have to believe that what you asked for is already yours. This kind of belief goes beyond what you can see. It's a deep trust in something invisible. The moment you ask, you have to feel like it's already been given to you. Think about ordering something online. You don't sit there worrying if it's going to arrive. You trust that it's on its way. That's the same mindset you need here. When you truly believe, something powerful happens. The entire universe begins aligning to bring your vision into reality. Your role is to think, speak, and act as if you already have it. You don't need to figure out how it's going to happen. That's not your job. The how belongs to the universe. When you start stressing over the details, it actually shows a lack of trust. But when you stay confident and certain, that's when things begin to move. And then comes the third step, receiving. This is about allowing yourself to feel good right now. When you feel good, you're matching the frequency of what you want. One of the fastest ways to do that is to tell yourself, I'm receiving it now. All the good things in my life are coming to me right now. And really feel that as if it's already happening. Let that emotion be real. Let it fill you up, because that feeling is what connects you to the outcome. The universe responds quickly. It doesn't hesitate, and it doesn't overthink. So don't hold yourself back with doubt or delay. When you feel inspired, when an idea hits you, when there's even a small nudge to take action, move on it right away. That's your part in the process. Every invention, every achievement in human history started as a simple thought. That thought turned into a path and eventually into something real. Life works the same way. It's like driving at night. Your headlights only show a short distance ahead, maybe a couple hundred feet, but that's all you need to keep moving forward. You don't need to see the entire road to reach your destination. Step by step, the path reveals itself. You just have to trust that what's ahead will continue to unfold. And as long as you keep moving with belief, your life will naturally guide you toward what you truly want. So trust the process. Have faith in it. Take that first step, even if you can't see the whole journey yet. You don't need the entire staircase in front of you, just the courage to take the next step. And remember this, the more you believe in your own luck and say to yourself that you win, the more life will reflect that back to you. Because the person who truly believes they win eventually does, again and again. Chapter 4, The Power of Mental Imagery, begins with a simple but profound idea, often associated with Gautam Buddha, that who we are today is shaped by the thoughts we've held in the past. And once you really take that in, it changes how you approach your inner world. When you create a mental image, the key is to lock your attention onto the final outcome, not the process, not the struggle, just the end result, as if it already exists. To understand how this works, try something simple. Look at the back of your hands. Really observe them. Notice the color of your skin, the lines, the veins, any rings, your nails. Take in every little detail. And then, before you close your eyes, hold that image clearly in your mind. Now shift that same level of attention to something you truly want, like the steering wheel of the car you dream of owning. And instead of wishing for it or thinking someday, feel as if you're already sitting there, hands on the wheel, fully present in that moment. Because here's the thing, if your emotions stay stuck in one day or maybe later, then what you want will always remain out in the future, just out of reach. But when you bring that feeling into the present, everything starts to shift. Another powerful way to strengthen this mental imagery is by using a vision board. And to really understand how effective it can be, let's look at a real-life experience shared by John Assaraf. After learning about the law of attraction, he became curious and decided to test it for himself. So back in 1995, he started creating a vision board filled with images of everything he wanted. His dream car, his ideal home, even the kind of life partner he imagined. Every day, he would sit in his office, look at that board, and immerse himself in those images until it felt real, like he was already living that life. Over time, life moved on. He relocated multiple times, changing cities 3 times in 5 years, and eventually settled in California, where he bought a house and spent a year renovating it. Then, one morning, something unexpected happened. His young son Keenan noticed an old box sitting in the office and asked what was inside. And when John explained it was his vision board, his son, too young to fully understand, asked to see it. So John opened the box, and inside was the very board he had created years earlier. And right there on it was a picture of a house, the same house they were now living in. It wasn't similar, it wasn't close, it was exactly the same. In that moment, it hit him so deeply that he couldn't hold back his emotions. And as tears came to his eyes, his son asked why he was crying. and John realized he had finally understood the true power of visualization, not just as an idea he had read about, but as something real he had experienced. Everything he had studied, everything he had applied in building his businesses, had now revealed itself in the most personal way possible. He had been living his dream without even realizing it. And that's why you should try this for yourself. Let your imagination expand freely as you create your own vision board. Add pictures of the things you want, the life you dream of, and place it somewhere you'll see it every single day, just like John did. As you look at it, don't just see it, feel it, experience it as if it's already yours. And once you truly feel that sense of gratitude, as if you already have those things, you can refresh your board, replace old images with new goals, and keep evolving. It's not just a powerful tool for you, it's also a beautiful way to teach children about the law of attraction. And hopefully, it inspires parents and teachers everywhere to introduce this practice into young minds. And if you're still here, watching and listening, it says something important about you. It means you're serious about changing your life, about becoming successful. And that determination already puts you ahead. There are still 5 more powerful chapters to explore, so stay with me, because what's coming next might just change the way you see everything. Here's the thing. Napoleon Hill once said that whatever the mind can conceive, it can achieve. And when it comes to money, that idea goes deeper than most people realize. The real reason someone struggles financially isn't because money doesn't exist. It's because their own thinking is working against them. Every negative belief, every doubt, every feeling of lack is quietly blocking wealth from reaching you, including the money you want so badly. It's not that the universe is holding anything back, because everything you need already exists in an unseen form. The truth is, if money isn't flowing into your life, it's not being stopped out there. It's being stopped by you. And I know that sounds strange, even a little hard to accept, because who would willingly block money from coming into their life? But that's exactly what happens, and it all comes down to your thoughts. So the real question becomes, how are you doing this? How are you standing in the way of your own financial flow? The answer is simple. Your mindset is tipping the scale. If your thoughts are constantly focused on lack, on not having enough, on limitation, then that's exactly what grows. But if you begin shifting those thoughts toward abundance, toward having more than enough, everything starts to change. Maybe somewhere in your past you picked up the belief that money can only come from a paycheck, from one job, one source. If that idea is sitting in your mind, it's time to let it go, because holding on to that belief limits what's possible for you. The more you repeat that thought, the more your life begins to reflect it. And here's an important shift. You don't need to figure out how the money will come to you. That's not your job. Your role is to ask for what you want, to truly believe it's already on its way, and to feel good right now, as if it's already yours. Let the universe handle the details. Let it decide the path, the timing, and the method. Most people don't realize how powerful their words are. When someone says, "I can't afford this," they're unknowingly setting a command in motion, and the outcome follows that exact instruction. It's like placing an order and getting exactly what you asked for, more limitation. But here's the good news. You can change that instantly. The moment you catch yourself thinking or saying, "I can't afford it," replace it with something stronger, something empowering. "I can afford this. I can buy this." Say it again and again, confidently, consistently, until it starts to feel natural. For the next 30 days, make it a habit. Every time you see something you love, whether it's your dream car, stylish clothes, or even a vacation you've always wanted, tell yourself, "I can afford this." Let that thought sink in. Let it reshape the way you see money and yourself. As you keep doing this, something powerful begins to happen. Your mindset shifts, your emotions change, and you start feeling more confident and positive about money. You begin to believe deeply that these things are possible for you. And once that belief takes root, your reality starts to transform. If you want to attract more money into your life, you have to feel good about it. That's the key. Most people feel stressed, worried, or even guilty about money, especially when they don't have enough. But those negative emotions only push more money away. It becomes a cycle, and unless you break it, it keeps repeating. You can break that cycle by choosing a new feeling, by focusing on what you already have, and by building a sense of gratitude and abundance. Start telling yourself a new story, one where money flows easily, where there is always enough, where you are supported. Say it, feel it, believe it. I have more than enough money. Money is everywhere, and it's coming to me. I am a magnet for wealth. I love money, and money loves me. I receive money every day. I find money easily and often. Thank you, thank you.
Chapter 6: The Secret Behind Great Relationships.
Here's a powerful question to start with. Are you treating yourself the same way you expect others to treat you? Because if you're not, then no matter how much you try, you won't be able to change what's happening around you. The way you act toward yourself is a direct reflection of what you believe deep down, and those beliefs are constantly sending signals out into the world. So if you're not showing yourself love or respect, you're essentially broadcasting a message that says you're not worthy, not valuable, and not deserving. And when that message keeps repeating, life responds by giving you more situations where people treat you exactly that way.
People aren't the cause, they're the result. The real source is your thinking. That's why everything begins with how you see and treat yourself. You have to start showing yourself genuine love and respect, and more importantly, you have to feel it. When you do that, you begin sending out a completely different signal, one that aligns with a higher frequency. And once you reach that level, the law of attraction responds in a big way. It shifts things, rearranges circumstances, and brings the right people into your life. People who truly care about you and respect you. Loving yourself doesn't mean being arrogant or self-absorbed. It means having a healthy sense of self-worth. And something amazing happens when you reach that point. You naturally begin to treat others with more kindness and love too. But when you feel bad about yourself, you unknowingly block love from entering your life and attract situations that reinforce those negative feelings. So instead of focusing on what you don't like, start paying attention to the qualities you do appreciate about yourself. As you do that, the law of attraction amplifies those traits and brings more of them into your awareness. The same principle applies to your relationships. If you want them to thrive, focus on what's good in the other person, not what's lacking. When you choose to see strengths, you'll find more of them, and that shift alone can transform how you connect with others. Chapter 7: The Secret to Health. Let's talk about something fascinating: the placebo effect. It's something science has studied for years. A placebo is basically a fake treatment, often just a sugar pill with no medical ingredients. But here's the surprising part. When patients are told that it's real medicine and they truly believe it, their bodies actually begin to heal. That's how powerful the human mind is. In fact, researchers have discovered that the mind plays one of the biggest roles in healing, sometimes even more than the medicine itself. When someone believes deeply that they are receiving effective treatment, their subconscious mind steps in and starts working toward recovery. That belief alone can trigger real physical changes. Now imagine using that same power intentionally. Through focused thinking, you can move toward your ideal health, your ideal body, your desired weight, even a sense of lasting youthfulness. It all starts with consistently holding the image of wellness and perfection in your mind. But here's where most people go wrong. When they're sick, they keep talking about it, thinking about it, and focusing on it all day long. And by doing that, they're actually reinforcing the illness. If you're dealing with a health issue, it's important to let your doctor handle the treatment. But your job is to focus on the outcome you want. See yourself as healthy. Feel it. Believe it. Because when your thoughts stay locked onto illness, your body responds in that direction. But when your thoughts shift toward healing, your body begins to follow.
You'll notice that people who are unwell often talk about their symptoms constantly, not because they want to, but because their mind is stuck there. So if you start feeling even slightly unwell, don't give it too much attention. Instead, gently shift your focus. Remind yourself over and over, I feel amazing. I feel strong. I feel healthy. And don't just say it, feel it as if it's already true. When you do that consistently, your body starts responding and healing begins from within.
Chapter 8, Your Inner Secret. You've probably heard people say things like, my parents were alcoholics, or my father used to beat me, or my mom left when I was 6. And honestly, in one way or another, everyone carries a story like that. But here's the real question. What are you going to do now? What are you choosing from this moment forward? Because you always have two options. You can keep focusing on everything you don't want, or you can start focusing on what you do want. And the truth is, when people shift their attention toward what they actually desire, something powerful begins to happen. The unwanted parts slowly fade away, and the things they want begin to show up and grow. Over time, there comes a point where those negative pieces lose their grip completely. If you keep replaying the struggles of your past, you're unknowingly creating more struggle in your present. So let it go, whatever it is, for your own sake. Holding on to resentment or blaming someone for what happened before doesn't punish them, it only hurts you. You are the only person who can build the life you truly deserve, and that starts when you consciously choose to focus on what you want. The moment you begin to send out positive emotions, the law of attraction starts responding. You don't need to overthink it, you just need to begin. And once you do, it's like flipping a switch, like a magic wand starting to spin. Think about this. Every time you say, I'm broke, I'm sick, I'm not smart, I'm overweight, I'm too old, or I'm useless, it's as if a genie responds, your wish is my command. So why not change the message? Start saying, good things are coming into my life. I'm happy, I'm wealthy, I'm healthy, I'm full of love, I'm disciplined, I'm energetic, I'm full of ideas, I'm motivated, I'm complete, balanced, and at peace. Repeat these kinds of statements again and again, 50 to 100 times a day for 21 straight days, just like repetition builds any habit. And after those 21 days, it will start to feel natural, like part of who you are. And then things will begin to shift in ways you never even imagined. Try it and see for yourself. Chapter 9, The Secret of Life. There's no bird flying in the sky carrying the written purpose of your life, and there's no hidden script somewhere that already defines your mission. Your purpose is what you decide it is. It's what you believe, what you choose, what you give meaning to. Your life becomes whatever you create, and no one is standing on the sidelines judging your journey. So start seeing yourself living the life you truly want. Every spiritual teaching, every great philosophy, every inspiring leader throughout history has pointed to the same truth. If you study the wisdom of the past, you'll notice a pattern. They all understood this one powerful secret. And now, so do you. The more you apply it, the deeper your understanding will become, until you realize that this secret has been within you all along. As you continue to use this power, it begins to pull you closer to your true self.
Eventually, there comes a moment when you no longer need to practice it consciously because you become it. You become the energy, the mindset, the belief. You become wisdom. You become love. You become peace. and you step into a level of happiness that feels natural and effortless. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you all the success, joy, love, and abundance you're hoping to create in your life. So friends, these were some of the key ideas shared from this powerful book. If you're interested in exploring it further, you'll find links to both the Hindi and English versions in the description. I hope you found this video valuable. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you got something meaningful from this, don't forget to like the video. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe to Inspire Nation Story, because every Sunday at 10 a.m., you'll get more content like this in our book series. Share this video with someone who needs it. And before you go, remember this: no matter what happens, never give up on your dreams. Because without dreams, life isn't truly lived, it's just passed through. So keep dreaming, my friend, because dreams really do come true.